Okay, so this is how much juice I got out of the blender whenever I put all my vegetable in there. And let me show you. Here's all the pulp. Let me move this out of the way. Here's what was left over. And to me, it kind of looks like falafel, falafel balls. But I know I've seen where people take this and freeze it to use for a smoothie later. But for me, I don't keep it. I haven't really found much use for it. Oh, I could make my husband a broth. He likes broths. I just thought about it. Thanks for, helping me figure out what to do with it. So now that I realize what I can do with it, I have like freezer containers that I can put this in, and I can break it down into sections and make him a broth, a very seasoned broth. He likes to drink those, and of course they are good for you. My husband still eats cooked food, so he and I were actually having a discussion maybe about an hour before about me not cooking. And whenever I do fix things, I ask him, does he want some of them, whatever it is I'm fixing, but everything I fix is not cooked. So, he and I were talking about that earlier. But now I have something that I can do with it, do with the leftover. And these are all foods that he eats. There's nothing in here that he doesn't eat. So, that's good. So that's what I'm going to do with it. Make him a broth. So I'll be putting that in the freezer later. Now that I have all my juice, I'm going to show you what else I'm going to do with it. I went to the grocery store. Like I said, that we have a grocery store here that sells a lot of local things and different things that some other stores don't sell. And they happen to have a sweet young coconut, and it was produced in Thailand. It's a product of Thailand, which is distributed by World Variety Produce out of California. And so why am I telling you this? Because a lot of people are concerned about where their foods come from, and I am one of those. And whenever I can find out where it comes from, I don't know, it makes me happy to know the source of where my food comes from. Yes, it's just the label, but we can only take people at their word until we find out otherwise. Now, this is a young coconut, and my daughter and I, we learned something new. The actual hard coconut part is actually on the inside, so we had to cut away, and my husband beat down in there until he was able to crack the hole, and I was able to lift it out. And the coconut, I took a piece of it out right there at the end, and it is so good. Uh-oh, I forgot to put do not disturb on. It is so good, and it tasted really, really good to me. But I don't know how much is in here, so before I pour it into my juice, I want to measure how much coconut water I get out of here. So I've already poked a hole in the top of it, and I'm just going to pour it out and see how much coconut water in there that's in there. Now, the coconut water that I normally get is, let me see, let me grab the brand so I can tell you, is Vita Coco. This is not my favorite one. It's Vita Coco. It's pure coconut water, never from concentrate. Make sure it's not overflowing. Never from concentrate, and it has it has less than, coconut water, less than 1% natural fruit sugar, with vitamin C added. But the other one that I really like, it starts with a Z, and they don't come in small bottles. That's why I resulted to getting this. Now, for me, I really work on not getting processed things, so this was an alternative option of trying not to get processed, was purchasing this. The price of it was about the amount of a taller bottle of the coconut water. So that way I know only coconut water is in here because it came directly from the coconut. So I'll probably, as long as I can find these, I'll be purchasing these. The one thing that I really like that my husband has adopted is that if it's healthy for me and it's as organic as we can find it, he's not so wrapped up in the cost of it because he has done his research, and even he is steering away from certain fishes and steering away from certain brands of shrimp. Maybe one day I can get him on here and talk to you guys about that, because he and I research different things based on our needs. And if I hear something that he's researching on, then I'll talk to him about it. If he hears something that I'm researching on, he'll tell me about it. So let's see how much coconut. Well, we got 12 ounces of coconut water from one of these coconuts. So that's really good. Why is that really good? Because one of these bottles, one of these containers has 11.1 fluid ounces. So that's really good. This is 1.5 or 12 ounces of water, which comes from one coconut, which is about the same price. So I'm very happy to know that the amount that I pay for the coconut is pretty much the same amount that I pay for a container of coconut water in the taller one, which it does come with more coconut water in it. The difference is there's nothing in this but coconut water. So I'm happy about that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to add my apple cider vinegar that I would normally add to it if it was daytime. I'll just go ahead and shot my apple cider vinegar before I go to bed. But I'm going to go ahead and prepare my husband and I a drink. I won't have to put, because there's so much, I won't have to put a lot of coconut water in it. I put coconut water in it because I like the properties of coconut water. And then sometimes I need something to fill it. It's not a thick juice, but I need something to fill it to consume the amount that I want to consume. So I'm going to pour. And I don't know, this is probably my thing from growing up. I measure to make sure it's equal. I probably could have used a taller glass, but I measure to make sure it's equal. And then I will add coconut water. I don't know, I don't want to shortchange anybody. This is my little thing. And I take a straw and stir it. And it's ready. So I'm going to call him in here, and he knows I'm filming. He may get on camera, he may not. Hey, James, the drink is ready. You want to come taste it? All right, give me a minute. So that means he's probably not going to be in here before I'm done. But I'm going to taste it and tell you, because I've never tasted that coconut water straight from the coconut. I remember my grandma having one when I was younger. So let me taste it.
Okay.
Oh, look, he's here. All right, so here you go. Taste it. I've already started. I added some coconut water to it.
Tastes good.
He always says that. All right, so that's how we make our green drink. And no, I don't put the same thing in it every time. The two ingredients that I do put in there all the time is not coconut, but kale and spinach. There are times when I run out of spinach, but I run out of kale, but I always have one or the other, and then I make sure I get it quickly because that's what makes the green drink green. Thank you so much. We'll be back next time. Live green, live happy, be gold, and try out my raw life and see if you like it too. Until next time, bye-bye.